Hi everyone, I'm Scott. Welcome to the Hut, our home tiki bar. Tonight my wife wanted to let everybody know why she likes Donald Trump, and I said, hey, why not? So I'm going to get out of here and let her tell you her story.
Hi guys, I'm Heather. I just wanted to touch base and talk to you all about why I've followed Donald Trump for the last 25 to 30 years of my life and why I think he's such a neat guy. I first of all want to let you know that this is not to sway you in any way on how to vote in this next election. I know it's a big deal, but I wanted to maybe put some positive information out there for people to understand why someone might follow Donald Trump. Before I do that, I feel like I should give you just a little bit of history about myself. So, I basically live in a town in Northern California. I took over my grandparents' house about 15 years ago, and I've been here. That was after I divorced my first husband, raising my three daughters on my own. I had a wacky childhood. I've probably been through anything that you could possibly imagine. Just turn on Lifetime, you can relate it to me. That's a whole other YouTube video, I guarantee you that. But Donald Trump pretty much came into my life in my early 20s when I was struggling to make ends meet, and I started following him. I read his book, The Art of the Deal, thought he was amazing. His business sense, I wanted to learn everything that I could. Then The Apprentice came out, so I was like, heck yeah, I'm on this. And I was watching the episodes because I wanted to learn about business. I thought it was so interesting how these people were building businesses from scratch and all the input that he was giving back to everyone. So, me being where I was, and at that time I was a retail manager at a Bath and Body Works, managing probably 20 employees, I decided I was going to try out for The Apprentice. And I did that twice, as a matter of fact. The first time that I went, I drove myself into the San Francisco area where the interview was, and I remember standing in line for about 6 hours, and I ended up getting into the second round of auditions. A little excited. Second time I did it was in downtown Sac, and nothing ever came of it, but I just kept thinking if I could just get on the show and learn a little bit more or get to know Donald Trump, my life would be complete, right? Which is silly. Anyways, just a heads up. I have just admired him for years because of all of the amazing things that he's done over the years. And I think that with all the bad publicity that this man gets since he ran for president, I think it's sad that people forget how amazing that everyone thought he was prior to that. Because prior to running the presidency, he was in every single rap video. Every rapper wanted to be him. He was on every talk show. Every celebrity loved him. He had all these friends, and everybody idolized everything that he did. Everybody wanted to be Donald Trump. And then after running for presidency, it's like everybody turned their back on him. And I feel it's very sad. Me, being the empath that I am, which means that I feel people's pain more than others, I am just so disheartened by all of the negative publicity and all the anger and frustration and mean things that people say about this man. I would challenge anyone to go out there and look at all the amazing things that he has done. For instance, he chartered a plane for Nelson Mandela when he couldn't come into the United States. I would challenge you to go look up all of the different things that this man has done in regards to his employees, paying off their medical bills, paying their rents, doing things like that. How many times he has went and paid for a child who didn't have the money for a life-altering surgery because they had brain cancer or some other crazy illness. And it's just sad to me that people disregard all of these good things because there's so much negative publicity about him. And again, I'm not trying to sway you into voting for this man. I just want you guys to know him as a person. If that doesn't sway you or interest you to go look him up, why don't you think about how much his family loves him? You can't fake that. His kids, his family, his grandkids, his wives, they adore him. He is very active in their lives, and a lot of people that make a lot of money are not that way. He is a total family man. And when you see him on camera, what does he do? He's drawn to the children. He always wants to spend time with us regular people that are out there, just trying to make ends meet, just trying to get by. He's so comfortable with just the common everyday people. You don't see that with most other politicians or celebrities or things like that. And that's frustrating. It's like people have completely forgotten all of the things that Donald Trump has done in his career and over the years. Again, I have paid attention to him for the last 25 plus years. It became a huge joke as where my Donald Trump doll came into play after I applied for The Apprentice, which is one of my favorite things. I do have the box for it. I keep it on one of my shelves in the house. I love it. The funny thing, one of the funniest things is when I remarried or got with my current husband about 15 years ago now, he was big into politics, and I have never been a political person. For years, I have said, I don't watch the news because everything that they say on there is false. None of the politicians are going to do anything because they're owned by somebody else. It's a big joke. They're just showing us what they want to show us so that they can keep us on this side while they're back behind the scenes doing something else. And for years, he would ask me, babe, have you watched the news? No, I'm not watching the news because I don't trust them. They're fake. Well, come to realize Donald Trump came out and now he's calling everybody fake news. Here's the problem. I think the government is trying to mess with us, but that's just my opinion. I'm one of those people that just believes that everybody should be able to do whatever the heck they want to do as long as they're not hurting other people. I just want to live my life, barbecue with my friends, spend time with my family, and love the people that I love. I'm not a religious person. I feel that everybody has their own spiritual connection with any God that they choose to believe in. And I tell people all the time, the only things that we can control are the people that we love and how we spend our time. So a few years ago, when Donald Trump actually announced that he was going to be president, and keep in mind, I was not a political person. I used to just vote for whoever I listened to and I thought that they might do a good job, knowing that they're not going to do what they said they're going to do because they're owned by the big corporations and lobbyists. My husband walked in and he said, babe, Donald Trump just announced he's going to run for president. First thing I said was, I'm in. He laughed at me. He thought it was a joke. And I said, nope, I'm in. Because for years, I told people we need a businessman to run our country and change things up. The only thing I worried about is that they would not let him get through his presidency and he would end up getting killed. Well, after that, my husband started listening to him, and that's when he decided to follow him. So I personally really just wanted to let you guys know that you need to go out and actually do some research and maybe look at all the amazing things that he's done and understand why someone like me would follow this man for the last 25 plus years. Again, I've read his books. I've followed his career. I've aspired to, I would love to just be part of his family. The way that he treats his kids and his family is amazing. So, if anyone has any other things that they want to know, please comment below, which is great. I can answer to the best of my ability. And I'm not trying to sway you either way, but I do challenge you to go out there and look at all the amazing things that this man has done and how well he was respected before he became president and everybody turned against him. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day. And again, if you have any questions or want to see any other videos, just comment below. I hope you guys Take care. God bless. And thank you.